crazy mother.
None of these Beyonce's fucking with me. I got no label, bitch, all of this me. Fuck your opinion, I do not agree. You want a feature, I'm charging a fee. All of my millions is dropping organic. All of these labels is starting to panic. DDG popping and making some damage. I quartered 5 million at Atlantic. None of these Beyonce's fucking with me. I got no label, bitch, all of this me. Fuck your opinion, I do not agree.
Oh, okay, that was a bad idea.
You stupid.
Bruh, that was a bad idea, bruh. Look at that, I'm all wet. Oh, shit. Okay, everyone, 5 simple tricks to learn as a beginner. Now, this video is gonna kind of be like a trick tip video, but it's gonna be 5 tricks in one video. So it's gonna be like 5 trick tips in one video. So like, I'm not gonna spend too much time trying to explain one trick. So I'm gonna go through them quickly, but I'm gonna give you guys like a pretty good trick tip on like how to do the trick. Just because there's 5 of them though, I just don't wanna make the video too long. But anyway, these are the 5 tricks you guys should be able to learn as a beginner. Like if you just started skating, these 5 tricks will be pretty easy to learn. They're pretty easy for me to learn. I'm not gonna put the tricks like in any type of order. I'm just gonna do it randomly. And I picked these 5 specific tricks because these are the 5 tricks some people learn before even learning how to do an ollie. So that's why I picked these 5, because they're pretty easy and you might be able to do them before you even learn how to do an ollie. But anyway, the first trick is an ollie. The second trick is a shove it. Now there's like kind of like some controversy between shove it and pop shove it, but I just put shove it on this list because shove it's obviously a little bit easier than a pop shove it, because in a pop shove it you obviously have to pop it, but I just feel like doing a shove it is a little bit easier. Third trick is a 180. Fourth trick, fakie ollie. Fifth trick, fakie half cab. Now, all of these should be pretty easy to learn if you're just now starting to skate. I was gonna put kickflip on this list, but kickflip is one of those tricks that takes a really long time to learn. Like it took me a really long time to learn kickflip, but in rare occasions, some people learn kickflips before they even learn how to ollie, which is really insane to me. Like it took me so long to learn how to do a kickflip. So I just didn't put it on this list because that one's like, it's a difficult, easy trick if that makes any sense. Now, hopefully if you're watching this and if you are new to skating, you're at least, you know, comfortable riding around on the board. So like I said, I'm not gonna get too into detail on how to do these tricks, but I am gonna like do my best to try and teach you guys. So if you're watching this, hopefully you're at least, you know, comfortable riding around on the board. Okay, now, ollie. Seems pretty simple, right? Like I said, hopefully you're at least a little bit comfortable, you know, just riding around on the board and everything. Now ollie, very, very simple. Like I said, some people somehow learn other tricks before even learning how to ollie, which is, like I said, insane to me, but it's really, really simple. Okay, now, for ollies, what you're gonna wanna do is, okay, first let me just start off by saying, you have to put your feet where it's comfortable for you. Like, I can tell you exactly where to put your feet, but that might not be comfortable for you, you know? And that goes with all of these tricks. For the most part, your toes are gonna wanna be about in the middle of the board like that. I don't even know if you guys can see me, but toes in the middle of the back of the tail. Now your front foot can literally be just wherever it feels comfortable for you, but for me, how I like to have my feet is something like that. So if you're goofy, this is gonna be easy for you because you can just look through the skate screen and see exactly how I have my feet. But so something about like this is how I do my ollies. Now there's only 2 motions that you need to do in order to learn how to ollie. First is this. You just wanna get that down, that's really it. And then second, once you do that, you're just gonna wanna slide your foot up, and then when you're in the air, just make sure to land on the bolts. And this is like a really, really easy trick to land, because once you're in the air, your feet don't move. They just stick on the board exactly where you have them. And it kind of just works out once you get the feel of sliding your front foot up. That's a problem a lot of people have. See, so once you get your front foot to slide up, that's really all it takes to do an ollie. Slide your front foot up, jump, and then just land where your feet are when you're in the air. Just like that, simple, right? Okay, second trick, shove it. This one there's really technically only one motion that you want to get down, and that's this. Just that, that's literally it. All you have to do is that and jump, and you can basically do the shove it. It's literally that simple. And your front foot can literally be anywhere that feels comfortable to you. You can have it positioned like an ollie, you can have it positioned like a kickflip, you can have your whole foot on the board, whatever is comfortable to you. Because the only thing you're gonna want to focus on is your back foot and scooping it and just making the board go all the way around. Now this one, your back foot's gonna want to be all the way, like you want your toes hanging off the board like that, a lot different than an ollie. And because you're gonna want to, you know, get in your comfortable position, and you're gonna want to have your foot lifted up a little bit like that, and that's gonna make it easier to like scoop the board like that. That's literally all you have to do for a shove it. Just do this. Oh, I hit my foot. Just do that and jump. And then once you see, you know, the board like spin around, you just land on it like an ollie. Not exactly like an ollie, because with an ollie, your feet never really leave the board. This one, your feet actually leave the board. But because it's so simple, it's really easy to land. So all you have to do is scoop, make sure the board goes around, jump, and just land back on it. Your feet actually leave the board, but it kind of feels like they don't leave the board because like it just happens so quickly. Your front foot stays within like that much of the board. See that? Super simple, super easy. And then obviously once you get the feeling for that, you can start doing pop shove-its, which is a little bit different. They feel a little bit different, but those are really easy too. I'll make a video on pop shove-its, you know, like in the future. And another little tip is when you're trying these tricks, don't do them standing still. Ollie you can do standing still, but for the rest of them, they're gonna be a lot easier if you're rolling. Okay, now next trick is a 180, and this one is probably the hardest one on the list, but it's still pretty easy. And this one has a lot to do with your shoulders. Now this one, you're gonna wanna have your back foot just like how you would with an ollie, but your front foot is gonna wanna be more on the board with your toes hanging off. That's how I feel that it's a little bit easier to do. Now, as soon as you start to do this trick, as soon as you do like the ollie motion, you're gonna wanna turn your shoulders in the way that you wanna go. Backside is a lot harder, like they're harder for me, and I've been skating for like years, and they're still pretty hard, but front side, pretty easy. And right before you pop, like a little bit before, but right as you're doing the pop, you're gonna wanna turn your shoulders all the way, and that's what's gonna make you do the 180. This one might be a little bit tricky when you first start like landing it and sticking it, because you're gonna land rolling the other way. As long as you focus on going forward in your comfortable position, it should be pretty easy. Okay, now the next two are fakie tricks. I didn't put any nollie tricks or any switch tricks in here because those are a lot harder, and rolling fakie is a lot more comfortable than nollie or switch. So rolling fakie should be like comfortable for you guys. Everyone that I know, and me personally too, fakie tricks are really, really easy. I should have put fakie shove it on this list because that one's really easy too. You guys can go try that if you want, but I'm not gonna put it in the list, but it is really easy if you guys wanna try fakie shove it. But for the next one, I'm gonna do fakie ollie just to get that one out of the way really quickly. Same exact thing as a regular ollie, except you're just rolling fakie. But because you're rolling fakie, don't try and look this way, because when you're rolling that way, it's gonna be easy to look this way, but you're gonna wanna actually look this way as you're going backwards, because that's what makes fakie really easy, because it feels like you're going your normal direction, even though you're not. If you look to the front of you while you're going backwards, it's gonna be a lot easier. Same exact thing as an ollie, you're gonna wanna pop the same, you're gonna wanna slide your foot the same, and you're gonna wanna land the same. Now, if you do the whole thing while your momentum is like facing this way, it should just work out for you. I really don't know how in detail I can go in fakie ollie, because I already explained ollie, and it's the exact same thing. Yeah, it's really simple. I really don't know like too much. I don't really have too much to say about fakie ollies, because pretty much the same thing as a regular ollie. If you can ollie, you can fakie ollie. Okay, last trick, fakie half cab. Now you might, wait, was this the last trick? I did ollie, shove it, 180, fakie ollie. Yeah, last trick. Now this one you might be thinking, Ashton, you said back 180s are hard, but this one's the same thing as a back 180 except you're rolling fakie. Yes, that is true, but this one is a lot easier than just a regular back 180 because of the momentum of going fakie. Like I said, going fakie is really, really comfortable. And with this one, instead of landing switch, you're gonna land back regular, so it's a lot more comfortable. This one you wanna have the same foot stance as an ollie, and I chose these tricks because like your foot stance kind of stays the same with all of these, but you're gonna wanna have the same stance as an ollie. And like I said with the regular 180s, you're gonna wanna turn your shoulders right as you pop. You guys saw that? Did you guys see how I turned my shoulders? So as you're rolling fakie, it should be really comfortable for you. You're gonna wanna pop just like an ollie, turn your shoulders. So as you pop and as you slide your foot, turn your shoulders, and as you start to turn, you can even land in a pivot like this, and that might be a lot easier for some of you guys. So something like this. So you can land like on your back wheels like that. That might be a lot easier for some of you guys, but it's also really easy to just do the whole thing and not do the pivot at all. This one, if you could do ollie, fakie ollie, especially fakie ollie. If you're comfortable doing fakie ollies and just rolling fakie, this one's gonna be really, really easy for you. My foot stance for this is literally the same as ollie. Like, this is how I would ollie. Okay, it's really hard to do this with the camera in my hand, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? So you're rolling, exact same as ollie, turn your shoulders, and your feet literally should not even leave the board. Your feet just should be stuck on the board at all times. It's really easy. Once you get like the feeling of turning your shoulders, it just gets really easy. And if you do the little pivot, it literally should just come naturally to you. It's so hard skating with the camera in my hand. Yeah, but like I said earlier, those two fakie tricks, the fakie ollie and the fakie 180, they're just really comfortable tricks to do. Like, they're so comfortable, literally fakie half cab, you could probably learn before you even learn how to do an ollie or shove it. That's just how natural it is. Like, if you just jump, like without your board or anything, just jump like on the ground, and you try to turn without turning your shoulders, it's hard. Like, you can still do it, but it's a little bit more difficult. But if you jump and you turn your shoulders, you're gonna spin a lot more. But yeah, those are the 5 tricks you guys should be able to learn as a beginner. Like I said, if you're comfortable, you know, riding around on your board, these should be pretty easy for you to learn. And I'm sorry I didn't really go too far into detail on how exactly to do each trick, but like I said, I don't want to make this video too long because I would have done like 5 trick tips in one video, and I could have spent like 5 minutes on one trick, and that's like 25. That's like a 25-minute video, and this video did not need to be that long. But hopefully, like, these tips help you guys. And if you guys are a beginner, let me know in the comments. Actually, I know you guys, some of you guys are beginners, because that's the reason why I made this video in the first place, because you guys told me to make it. So if this video did like kind of help you guys, let me know in the comments and leave a like. Now, if you guys want me to do like any other tricks, just let me know in the comments. Like kickflip, if you guys, I have a kickflip tutorial on my channel, but that was like a year or 2 ago, so I can make like a new one if you guys want. I can make a whole video on one trick, or I can make multiple tricks in one video like I did this one. Just let me know in the comments whatever you guys want to see. I'm gonna end this video because it's getting really hot and I made the decision to wear a fucking long sleeve shirt in 90-degree weather. But anyway, guys, if you guys liked the video, leave a like. If this video helped you guys, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, just let me know anything you guys want to see in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Yeah, I've been there, I've done that. This rap shit, I run that. Motherfucker, this far from a comeback. If one of us fall, then we run back. Can't let that social worker just snatch up my king. Gotta get my son back.